EA Sports and the PGA Tour so proud to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From TPC Boston, final round coverage of the New England Championship. It is the great challenge that all these golfers face, trying to string 4 solid rounds together, trying to best Mother Nature and this course, and trying to beat the entire field as we check the leaderboard. Our leader here on this Sunday is our featured golfer. He's got a sizable advantage here as he looks to increase it further. And that'll do just fine. A good start to this final round, safely in the fairway at 1. So the great tee shot left him here, now his second from relatively close range. Didn't check, Frank.
Yeah, just not enough spin on that. Really, I mean, that almost like took that first bounce and just ricocheted forward.
Well, those are the shots that turn what you'd like to be a leisurely stroll out on the golf course into a day of hard work.
Yeah, what could have been a tap-in is now going to be a grind.
Well done. That is in for a par here at the first. And he'll remain well in control of this tournament. Here at the par 5 second hole, just over 540 yards, Frank.
Yeah, keep it to the left of those bunkers. You can play it as a 3-shotter if you're not too ambitious. But, well, why not sort of dangle the little hook out there and have a go at it for 2?
Oh, that was a beautiful golf swing right there. Everything working in harmony and a great result in the fairway. Okay, I'll be pretty happy with that one on the green and 2, but a long ways. Frank, he'll need to refocus immediately because that's not a guarantee. 2 putts from that distance.
Exactly, Rich. No time to celebrate right now. Grind on that first putt. Get it inside that magic circle. At least try and guarantee a birdie.
5 feet now for birdie. Yeah, well done. It's a birdie here at the second. He moves to 28 under par. This third hole is distinctly New England, right? With that stone wall. Sort of feels old, even though this golf course was renovated not that long ago. This is all about a well-struck iron shot. This is a proper par 3. Didn't play the wind very well there, and that's going to wind up too strong and over the green. Now, short-sided a bit as he sets up his second from left of the green. Well, obviously that's not his best, but it'll be quickly forgotten, Frank, if he's able to get out of here with his par.
Well, you might forget it. I won't. Far from his best.
Not quite online, and that'll drift a couple feet by. In for a bogey here at the third. And fortunately, with a big lead already, very little damage done. Frank, as a commentator, as a fan of the game, 3 words that I love in golf. Drivable par 4, here we go.
Yeah, some might say risk-reward. Just look at that bunker on the left at the front of the green, because that's a great place to miss if you're not going to drive this green. Either that or just over the back right. But a par 4, that's definitely worth taking the head cover off. As that ball bounces into the rough, first fairway missed today.
Now his second at the par 4 fourth. Eight feet now for birdie. Wow, just a hair off target. And those are the ones that'll drive you crazy. Okay, that one finished off. It's a par here at 4. And he's going to maintain that substantial lead. Now on to the 5th, and Frank, a pretty challenging par 4.
Yeah, gentle dogleg to the left. There's a short bunker on the right. That's not really in play. You can just see that one on the left. Ideally, just want to hit something around 330 yards to this very difficult green.
Driving's been sensational all week, and here's another one that's going to set up nicely in the fairway.
Ready for a second shot, trying to knock it on the green.
Well, not super close, but safely on the green.
Let's bring in Nota Begay III for a look at birdie.
And putt coming up a ridge, one you might have to hit a little firmer to take some of the breakout.
Hang on. That's going to leave about 3 feet. Yeah, that's a good putt. It is a par here at the 5th, and that's going to keep this large lead right where it is. All right, Frank, now to the 6th hole. It's a 465-yard par 4. What are the keys?
Well, it's framed beautifully by the trees just in front of the tee, so you know exactly where you're trying to go down there. 2 little bunkers on the right if you stray a little right, and if you stray a little left, you might just make it to the water.
Just what you want at this point in the round. You're trying to find a rhythm, hit fairways, hit the middle of the club face. That's what they did right there. He split the middle of the street on this one. He's going to have a good look. Second shot.
In golf, you know, you've heard the term mulligan. You'd love that a do-over there, wouldn't you? I mean, that's just, that's very poor from that range.
Nope.
Sometimes you worry so much about the putt getting away that you completely forget to hit it.
Safely in for par here at the 6th. He'll remain at 27 under. We're at the 7th hole now, a Boston Strong 600-yard par 5.
But it's reachable. There's enough mounding there. If a tee shot catches one of those mounds, it could kick another 20 or 30 yards and certainly make this reachable.
Now, from just under 300 yards, a second from the fairway at the par 5. I'm not sure he got every bit of that 3-wood trying to get home to this par 5 and 2, but still in the ball game for a birdie.
Okay, sensible play right there, and that one on deck. 14 feet to the hole. Oh, yes. Plenty of pace to get up that slope. It is in for a birdie. Will certainly help the cause.
Coming off the long par 5-7, now a par 3, 213 yards. What's the 8th hole all about?
Another hole that picks with the same theme. Really want to fly this nice and high. That narrow part at the front of the green really is to be avoided unless the flag is there.
And that one not on the green, but not in a terrible spot either. Sitting up in the short grass. Now, from the apron, second to the par 3. Okay, good roll there. It is a par here at the 8th, and he's going to stay 28 under par.
Frank, I don't know about you, but I love a good hot dog and a soda at the turn. Of course, it tastes a lot better after you've made par. How difficult is that proposition here at the 9th?
Well, if you stray with your tee shot here, you'll be making hamburgers, that's for sure.
Beautiful tempo to that swing, and this is going to wind up squarely in the fairway.
Frank, golf so often is a game of avoiding something. What do you want to stay away from here at the 9th?
You have to avoid that little pot bunker just short of this green. If the pin's at the back, it's fine. You can fly the ball into the middle of the green. But if the pin's on the front, just make sure you carry that little bunker. Now, there's a good strike in there. Just a little left of the hole, but inside 10 feet. It's about 50-50 chance on the PGA Tour of making a birdie.
Nothing to it. Well done. It's a birdie here at the 9th, and he'll go out in 34, 2 under par for this front side. Starting the backside with the 425-yard par 4 10th. Shortish hole, fairway wood might be the play. And the two-tiered bunker on the right side of the green is staring you down.
Another great tee shot. By my count, only missed one fairway today, so that's 7 of 8. Easy to see that's the best way to play this golf course.
Now note his second from the fairway.
Staring at 142 to the hole. Pin is in the left back portion of the green.
And we'll have to see here. It looked like that ball hopped from the lighter rough into the heavier stuff. Eight-foot putt here. Oh, no. Okay, that one in for a bogey here at 10.
but fortunately this one still well in hand.
Moving on to the 11th here, Frank, and this par 3 has to be the toughest here at TPC Boston. 231 yards. How do you handle this one?
Well, it plays a little uphill, so this hole really does suit the high ball flyers. There's a big ridge in the middle of the green, so when that flag's on the back, you've got to hit your best shot.
Boy, that one did not want to slow down at all, and it winds up running right through the green. Now some touch needed here for his second. Good effort, but that'll run 2-3 feet past the hole. Safely in. It's a bogey here at number 11. But fortunately, this one still well in hand. Moving on now to the 12th, and Frank, describe this hole for us.
Sneaky good par 4. It's long enough, sort of that 450, 460 mark. Bends a little to the left. Really, you want to be in the middle of fairway here because that second shot with the green just tilting towards the hazard. One of the toughest second shots you have on the golf course.
This one starting up that left side. And that, a good-looking shot there. Well placed in the fairway.
From the heart of the fairway, 180 yards in.
No missteps there. It is a par here at 12. And pars are fine at this point with this tournament well in hand.
On the tee now at another par 4, the 13th. Frank, how do you play it?
Well, it looks like it's a dogleg right, but ideally you want to keep that tee shot down the left, and you don't want to leave any of it behind. Another good drive down the right side of the fairway. If you look at the screen up ahead with that flag cut middle left, this is certainly one you can have a go at.
From the fairway nota, this his second.
Left himself with 149, standing on even par, looking to go under for the day.
It might have been perhaps a little conservative, but right in the heart of the green.
Not that time. Pretty good effort, but it'll wander a couple of feet by. Okay, safely in for par here at 13. And he'll remain right where he is.
I here at the par 4 14, ready to tee off. This is a big dog leg to the left, 495-yard hole, Frank.
Yeah, don't try and hug that left side too much. There's a bunch of little mounds, and the chances of getting a good lie there, next to none.
And now, problems there for our leader. That ball into the very thick stuff here off the tee. Made excellent contact from that lie, but, Frank, as you know, it's still difficult to control where the ball goes and how far it goes.
Yeah, you've got to have such a strong left hand when you're trying to get through that rough, because if the grass grabs the hosel a little bit, just pulls it, so it sends that ball to the left. Everybody goes to the range and they all want to hit 300-yard short shots, but those little chip shots are just as important.
Putter bails him out there. That's in for a par. And he'll stay right where he is. All right, Frank, we're teed up at the 15th, and a lot to talk about with your caddy on this tee shot.
Yeah, which club, which line, series of bunkers down the left. That one short right doesn't really come into play. Another one, really, fairway first.
Nothing to fault there, safely in the fairway. Second shot coming up. Let's bring in Iona Stephen.
130 yards left to the flag. It's a nice round number. Wind into the face, so you'll definitely need to account for that.
Well, had a good lie in the fairway, but couldn't do anything with it. That comes up woefully short.
The strike was fine on the pitch shot. Ball first, then turf. Just wasn't really hit hard enough.
Will Red there. That is in for par here at 15. And he'll remain right where he is. Frank, fishing is a nice sport, just not at this hole.
Yeah, a little left here, you'll be more than fishing, that's for sure. Now, there's a little mound on the right side. It's about twice the size of a coffee table. When the flag's there, you need your best.
And that's certainly not what you have in mind standing on the tee box. That never had a chance of hitting the green. Now a delicate little chip here for his second.
Just nothing really on that chip shot. It's a waste.
This will be a 14-foot putt here. Right on line all the way. It is a par here at 16. And he'll stay right where he is. Frank, 412 yards on the card doesn't look like a whole lot, but
You can play a little longer because really you've got to play it down the right. Don't play it as a dog leg. Just go point A and then point B. Didn't need much more from that breeze blowing hard from the right, but it just didn't come in at the end. It managed to hang up in that first cut of rough.
okay, not a bad lead. That's a good shot. 8 feet remaining here for birdie. Finishing strong. That's in for birdie here at 17. And stop the presses if you've heard this before. He's well on his way to yet another victory on the year. Well, Frank, this is really one of the most exciting finishing holes on tour. The 18th here at TPC Boston, par 5, risk-reward, chance to really make something happen right at the end. And that one a little wayward. It bounds off the fairway and right into the thick rough. I like it a lot. He's going to love it if he can get out of here with the 3, and that's a possibility. So now this, from 24 feet away, it's for eagle. Had a pretty good run at it. That would have been a nice eagle, but couldn't quite find the line. Great way to finish off the final approach shot with a birdie opportunity. Okay, birdie at the last. It is a birdie finish. And that will go down as a final round 69. Just a marvelous performance, Frank. Look, I know you love EA Sports. You play all the games. You might win Madden football by double digits, right? It is football. But in golf, double-digit victories? That's rare. That doesn't happen a whole lot.
You're right. It looked like we were playing Madden away. It was like, instead of touchdown after touchdown, it was, knock it to a foot, knock it to another foot, another birdie, another eagle. Just incredible. They just boat raced the field.
Till next time, for our entire cast and crew, I'm Rich Lerner. This has been a presentation